afternoon, Carla. It's Wednesday. So today is the third day of finals week. I have now had 3 finals. I had 2 today and I had 1 on Monday. And I think I already told you about that one on Monday, but it was my film final and it went really, really well. And then today I had my Spanish final and my philosophy final. The Spanish one was fine. I printed out so many things. I think I printed out like 30 pages worth of material. This is the stack of pages of things that I printed. So I printed out, I single-sided this one because I was too lazy to actually double-side it. It's Náufragas, which is castaways? Castaways. Then I printed out a poem called De Invierno, and then Los Ojos Verdes. This one I kind of double-sided. Then we have Maese Perez, El Organista. That one was long. That one I double-sided. Then we have Champaña, which I didn't double-side, because that was only like 3 pages. La Novela Entrambia, which I did double-side. And then La Casa de Muñecas, which I did double-side. The amount of things that I have printed out in the last 24 hours is actually uncomfortable. So I printed out all of those stories, and I really only needed Náufragas, Los Ojos Verdes, and Casa de Muñecas, because those are the only questions that I had to answer, because how my Spanish test goes is it's 2 questions and you pick 1 for a long essay, and then it's 4 questions and you pick 2 for a short paragraph. I really like the way that teacher sets up her exams because it's everything that we discussed. And so if we had a really good discussion about it, then it's going to be on the exam. But if we didn't really talk about it, or if we didn't have that much to say about it, or if there wasn't discussion on it, then it wasn't on the exam. So we didn't do a lot of discussion when we watched the movie El Abuelo, and so that wasn't on the exam, which was awesome. And then I took my philosophy final. That was an experience. So my philosophy professor gives us study questions. So what he does is he will put one of these on Husky CT, which is our blackboard, and it says when the exam is, and then it tells you how the exam is going to be laid out. And so our final was exactly the same as our midterm, except the final is weighted more. So the final is 45% of our final grade, which sucks. And it is 1 essay and multiple choice and true-false questions. So there were 5 true-false questions and 10 multiple choice questions, and then there was an essay. And so he gives us the topics that could be the essay. He gives us 8 questions. He's only picking 2 out of these 8 questions, and then you only have to pick 1 to write an essay on. So that is 28 possible combinations of any 2 questions that he could pick, and so I only studied 4 of the 8 questions because that covers 20 of the possible 28 combinations, which is 71% that I studied of any of the combinations. He picked 2 questions that were in the 29% that I didn't study. So he picked number 4 and number 8, and I studied 1, 2, 3, and 6. So that was fun. I kind of just had to pull things out of the air and hope to God that I was right. So, got some root beer to console myself. I have 2 more exams. I have my oceanography exam tomorrow, and then Friday I have my pre-calc exam. The oceanography exam is going to be really, really, really difficult because this teacher does not know how to make an actual exam that is plausible for a 1,000 level oceanography class. This is an introductory class. Most of these people are not science majors. They're not anywhere near a science major. The one science major that I had in my lab is a computer science major. So the people that are taking this because they need a lab science, and this lab didn't happen on a Friday or at night. So all of the exams were so much harder than they needed to be. Like for an introductory class, you don't need to be that in-depth. I don't need to know the average salinity of the ocean to propel my career as a Spanish translator. I'm not going to need to know about all of the ocean currents. Knowing about the jet stream? Cool. Knowing about the cycle of life in the ocean? Not necessary. that is all I have for you today, Carla. I cannot wait to come home and see you because I'm so many different kinds of done. So many different shades of done. Carla, I'll see you tomorrow.